special guest, Alex Leonard,
Oh, thank you very much. Special.
coming to stage with his mustache.
I take that very kindly. I'm not just a guest, but a special guest. Is it the mustache that makes it special?
Well, you have a
Yeah.
special mustache, so
Yeah. You know what? I think a lot of this conversation is going to revolve around the mustache. I think it shocks people when when they see it for the first time. But it's good. It catches the COVID. It catches the bugs. It catches the breadcrumbs. It catches everything. That's
Oh.
why I grew it.
okay.
There you
Did
go.
you have a beard and then you cut the beard, you kept the mustache? Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's it. It was turning into a ridiculous confinement beard, and I was like afraid to like start.
Alex, Alex is like, you know what? I have to find something to keep people away from me during this pandemic because I'm going to catch it. This
Yeah,
pedophile.
listen. You know what? I like right now, just living in confinement. Like, I wonder how it's going to be like back in the dating game with this mustache on. Like,
Bro, you're
I-
wait at the bus stop. It's like, oh no, I'll take the next bus.
Why is it so shocking? As the world moved on, I think like what happened to mustaches? Is it just hipsters that rock the mustaches now? Like, is that what it is? Like,
I think
just to be a regular dude with a mustache just automatically like veers you off into like some
I don't-
segment of the population?
I don't even see hipsters rocking the mustache anymore. They usually rock the beard.
Think so?
Yeah, I haven't seen, well, not many. Like maybe during the November, right?
Yeah, no, I've seen a couple, and they're actually taking to the twirling of the mustaches too. I've seen a couple of those.
Amazing.
Yeah, no. I wanted, at first I was like, am I going to do the handlebars? And I was like, no, that's a cop out. It's like it's almost a goatee at that point. I was like, no, I want a real Tom Selleck, fucking Burt Reynolds mustache. And guys, in the morning, I brush it. I shit you not, I brush it. I go like this, and then I take the clipper, bop, bop, and then I make the line.
Amazing. I'm very happy you didn't leave a little thing down here. I don't know what it's called, but
No,
Give me a second, guys. I know this is very unprofessional. I'll be right back. 1 second.
where are you going? Wife's calling.
No, I gotta plug my laptop. It's gonna die.
What do you do, Alex? What do you do exactly?
I sell cheese, buddy.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
good. In the dairy industry, I like it.
Yeah. If feeding cheese is wrong, I don't want to be right. How about that?
It's essential business.
Yeah, no,
Hell
exactly.
yeah.
No, so we're still open for business, and it's a very strange time. It's a very strange time. On one hand, it's good because business is doing okay in a certain respect because all the restaurants are closed, so people are eating in at home more often. So they're spending more on groceries, so like more like cheese. But on the flip side, you've seen the unemployment numbers. It's up to like 17%, 13% in Canada, 17% in Quebec. So that's also different. Like cheese is kind of expensive. Canada is the place in the world where we spend like the cheese is the most expensive in the world almost. And so it's like when you have to make choices with your grocery budget, are you going to buy some cheese? If you're going to buy some cheese, you're going to buy just regular block cheese and try to stretch that shit out, or are you going to buy fancier cheeses? So it's kind of a weird time. Like our business is still like putting along, but everybody's nervous. Everybody's trying to rub the crystal ball, and guess who's the crystal ball at work? This guy.
Oh, yeah? So tell us. We want to hear.
So they're like, Alex, what's going to happen, Alex? What's going to happen? I'm like, guys, I don't know. This is completely unprecedented. I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. You know what I mean? So anyways, we're just trying to keep this moving. Trying to still have a job when we come out of this.
Well, what's interesting is that we talked about this in the previous one. There are people making more money on unemployment insurance than than when they were making the real money. The employment money.
Yeah,
so that's what's
I
interesting.
believe that. Yeah. I think there's a lot of like small business owners that are also freaking the fuck out right now.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just like trying to by all means try to keep it together just long enough for us to come out of this. Like for me, like for example, like I did something really dumb. I bought this place I live in, And I don't know if this guy was smoking inside the house. I had blinds, and they were just the most nastiest nicotine yellow colored blinds you could ever imagine. And just before, I was like, you know what? I got rid of them, but like I got rid of them too early, and now I can't go to the blind store to get me some new blinds because it's not.
Wait, aren't blind stores reopening soon?
No, it's not. So now it's like fucking 400 degrees in my house during the day. Everybody can see me walk around naked in my house. Like I really bombed it on that one. And I'm like, why can't I go buy new blinds? Like, you know what I mean? What's the difference between going to Walmart, going to Costco, going to Reno Depot, and not going to the blind store? I'm sure if the owner was like, hey, listen, put a sign in the door, no more than 3 people at a time, keep 2 meters distance, no one would complain. No one would be.
I'm surprised though that they wouldn't have businesses. Like, it doesn't make sense that you wouldn't have those businesses open, because there are. I would assume that there are not that many people going to buy those things. Going to buy
exactly.
blinds.
Like, I mean, I'm sure there's many of those businesses that like for example, like we'll pick middle of the road. Like pet stores are open because pets are not an essential service, but pet food is, right? So they gotta let you in to buy dog food, cat food, and a lot of people have dogs and cats. So that's like middle of the road, right? That's not a Walmart or a Costco, and it's not like a small super niche business either. And like if they find a way to manage to stay open, then I'm pretty sure pretty much most businesses could, maybe with the exception of, I don't know, restaurants when you're like literally sitting next to one another. But that's not the case, you know what I mean? So So anyways, it's very very interesting.
Alex, you can buy a blind at Walmart. You know that, right?
Nah, but they're shitty.
that was gonna be like, I'm pretty sure you can find anything at Walmart or Amazon, right? You can order those things on Amazon.
You want to hear a funny story? Like, so
I know you want an exotic one, but
so when this shit broke out,
what kind of blind you're looking for?
But Home Depot's open too. And by the way,
Home Depot has blind.
Yeah, but they're generic and they're shitty. Like,
you're looking for like exotic, very
not exotic. I just want the ones that like fit my window and look good. Like I don't want like generic shit. Like I'm ready to spend a couple of bucks to make this one last for like a couple of years. I don't want the fucking generic shit. But
look, the lack of blinds match your pedo mustache. So
now they see me. Yeah, exactly. Now they see me walking around with my stomach hanging out with a mustache. They're like, oh, that guy on the 5th floor.
You're gonna grow your stash so that it covers your entire body. Is that what?
But so like I have 2 daughters, right? And I have them like half the time. So when we started working from work, and we only have one TV like in the living room, and like first day they were just like watching their TV. I'm trying to do meetings, trying to work. I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna work. So right away I went to Walmart. And when everybody was pantry loading and like just like buying all the food that they could possibly imagine, I went there and I bought a TV. And I remember just standing in line with everybody, and everybody's just looking like everybody's just got baskets of groceries, and there's just one idiot in line with his flat screen TV. And the cashier actually said something to me. She's like, hey, this is not an essential. I was like, listen, I'm with my 2 kids at home. I need another TV or else I'm going to strangle them. This is an essential fucking purchase. You're going to let me buy this TV. And the manager had to actually go get the manager. And the guy was like, yeah, get out of here, I bought my
Give the
TV.
poor man a TV. Come on.
I think in this time, you need you need some entertainment at home. You need to get people out of your hair. That's an essential service in my books.
Yeah. Alex, so when do you think restaurants and businesses like that are going to be back?
Well, I think restaurants are going to be the last one, and I'm going to lump in restaurants with like travel, not because of the danger, but because of the fear. So I mean, there's been the media and the government have done a good job to like scare us into compliance, into staying at home and keeping distance, and changing our ways of doing things. In fact, to the point where I think like just the way I see people act right now, I think that it's going to take a while for that fear to go away. And I think for a large part of people, they're simply not going to want to go back to sit in a restaurant, literally, you know, like next to other people, and sit down and have a meal. The same will apply to like sitting on a plane, going to see a show, going to see a movie. Like, are you really going to start sitting next to people? It depends who you're talking to. I'm of the camp where it's like, I'm willing to roll those dice for, you know, whatever reason.
You'll take a chance.
My own. But I think a lot of people will not. You know, I'm thinking like, let's say, you know, the people who have, you know, older people who like to eat out because they don't want to cook and they have disposable income. They're not going to go to the restaurants, you know, like all those old people with that early bird special. That shit's done, man.